Good morning. So today's power thought of the day is I am loved. And I wrote down notes because I have a lot to say about this. So I am loved, that feeling of being loved has a lot of different parts to it, I think. So first of all, there's loving yourself, right? And having that innate feeling of just being loved, right? So when you want to try to foster self-love, it can be as simple as doing things that nourish you, right? Or things that you would do to care for even like a child or a pet, right? Seems simple, but we don't do it, right? So simple things like nourishing yourself, feeding yourself good food that nourishes you, exercise, having baths, going for walks, right? Whatever fills you up. Filling your brain with good things, good podcasts, things that make you feel good. I find that especially entrepreneurs, we feel like we have to work all the time, right? And we're not taking that time for ourselves that is, actually makes you more productive, right? When you take those breaks. So, that those are components of self-love, giving yourself those things that you need so that you feel that sense of being loved inside. And, as you know, I'm a huge fan of brain evidence. Okay. So when you're doing these things for yourself and you're loving yourself and feeling really good, it's giving your brain that evidence it needs to keep creating that self love, right? It's giving it evidence that, oh, I can make myself feel good. I can make myself feel loved, right? And then it's easier and easier and easier to create those feelings because I have a lot of clients and we have to release the feeling of being unloved or unwanted. And, as you know, all that kind of thing stems from the past. And even if you're loved in the moment now by your family or friends, if you had feelings of being unloved earlier in your life, it's going to come back, right? Things are going to trigger those feelings. So if you do those self love techniques and feel like you have that love inside, that's going to be really helpful, right? And of course, everyone wants to feel loved from the outside, okay? The thing is that we can't control that. We can't control how other people love us, how other people show how they love us, right? All we can control is how we feel inside. So, there's going to be people in your life or people in your past who don't give you what you need. And that's okay because often, I like to believe, anyways, usually, that people do the best at the time with what they have, right? And, because we can only control ourselves, our emotions, our behavior, our actions, right? So, first of all, if we have that self love, that love inside, it's helpful, right? And to be able to let go of, how we need people to love us, right? Because we can't control that. So, I always tell my clients we have choices, right? Always have choices, right? You can decide what you want to do with those feelings. You can forgive, you can set boundaries, you can decide that if people aren't giving you the kind of love that you want, you can set boundaries around that. You can separate yourself from that, right? You can forgive. You can, decide that you're going to focus on those people in your life who do give you what you need. And you can, decide to accept that, not everybody is in the space where they feel like they can love freely. And that's their stuff, that you're still worthy, you're still deserving of love, and you are loved. And there's definitely people in your life who love you, and you love you too, right? So I know it's kind of a lot of things that I'm talking about right now, but just remember you always have choice. You always have choice in how you feel, how you act, how you respond. And I feel like, with my clients, when we are able to release that feeling of unloved or unwanted, they have this clarity, right? That they can now choose what they want for themselves. And that also allows you to really choose who you want to allow in your life because That's a choice, right? And we can make it clear, when we have released kind of the past junk and it makes us clear in the moment, we can be clear with ourselves for what we want, with others for what we want and expect, and then make those choices, right? Forgiveness, boundaries, acceptance, whatever you need to create that feeling of love. So remember today, I am loved, and make that be your mantra for the day. All right. And as always, if you want a power thought in your mailbox every morning to meditate on, sign up for my list. I will post the link under the video. All right. Bye.